morning, and here we are, Wednesday morning, 29th of July. I've got this fascination of counting the days down at the moment. That's quite strange, weird and wonderful. So where are we going to go today? There's been a few things come up recently about there is a lot of information within the Qigong and a lot of information within the Tai Chi. We give you lots and lots of things to do over a short space of time. But really, the things that we're saying are things to be aware of. So creating the alignments through the legs, there's a lot going on there. It's sort of softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, tucking the tailbone under, shoulders resting over the hips, chin pulled in so that their neck expands, suspended from the head. So all of that information is something that you build into your body over time, and it's to give you that kind of, it gives you something to work on other than just sort of waving your arms about and just not being present with the movements, okay? One of the things to try and avoid is trying to get it right. If you have to get it right, then all you will do is put tension into your body, and you will, it's really, really weird. It's like when you're really intently looking for something, it's almost like you overlook it or you can't see it, because it hides from you. It's a bit weird and wonderful. So what if it's not about getting it right? What if it's about experiencing the feeling within your body? If you feel something that doesn't feel too good, or there's tension there or weirdness there, then just look at that, just very gently, and just ask it to dissipate. But don't try and force it to do it. Don't try and make it happen. Just allow your body to open over time, allow it to inform you over time. And this is more about enjoying the sensations of the movements, enjoying the movements themselves. And by doing that, it increases your willingness to do this every day. And by increasing your willingness to do this every day, you are practicing more, and you're actually creating the conditions within your body that will make all of this work without ever having to force any of it. If you're not feeling 100% or you're feeling under the weather, you can still do these exercises, but you just scale it back, so you only do it to 25% of your physical capacity. And if you only ever work to 70% of your physical capacity, what happens is over time, your physical capacity increases, so therefore the 70% that you can put in will increase. If you're continually working to 100%, or as for some reason we've got this idea in this reality that we've got to work to 110% or 120%, give it your all you'll do is burn yourself out. Okay, so you don't actually get the benefits because you're pushing yourself too hard. Over time, you can sink down lower into the stances because your legs start to get stronger, and they start to tell you that actually it feels more comfortable if you drop yourself down a bit more. And yes, you'll start to feel it in your thighs, and you think, oh, well, I'm not sure about that. So just come up a little bit, just see what's going on, or just give yourself that chance just to move so you can release. So this is not about getting it right and perfect. It's not about being precious with the movements, and it's not about focusing on or concentrating on technicality. It's about opening up the body, feeling, experiencing. And what you're looking for is a sensational feeling of lightness within the body. You need to be feeling light. You need your spirit to raise. You need to feel good when you're doing this. I'm saying the word need. Need is not the right word. It's nice to feel good, okay? So this is not about pushing yourself too hard. It's not about feeling the burn. And what if it's not about making it right? What if it's not about getting it perfect? What if it's just about the feeling, just about the experience, and just completely chilling out and enjoying what you're doing? So with that said, if we go forward and look at these things, you really, it's nice to try and cultivate the point of view of a playful child. So kids don't tend to worry about whether they get things right or wrong, unless parents are forever going on about them going, oh, if you're not right, you're wrong, and all of this kind of stuff. They pick all of that rubbish up from us. But when they start, they just have playful curiosity. They're just interested in everything. What can I do? What's possible here? And it becomes so much more light, so much more playful, so much more fun. And we as adults really need to get back at that, back to that point of view, instead of it being all serious and, oh, we've got to get it right, and if we don't get it right, we're wrong, and all of this stuff. And it's like, because right and wrong are interesting, diametrically opposed concepts. And then that starts to get really deeply into Taoist philosophy, so I'm not going to go there today. So I'm going to stop talking and let's do some Qigong from the point of view of a curious child, okay? Having fun, playing with it, feeling the lightness. So turn 1 foot 45 degrees to the corner. We'll give you the technical information of softening the feet, the ankle, the knees, the hips. Leveling your pelvis, let the tailbone tuck under, the shoulders resting over the hips, the chin pulled in to create the opening of the neck, and the head is suspended from the sky. Don't worry too much about that, just work on the alignments. What it means is finding that lightness down through the body. Pick up the other foot and rock back and forth. Swap to the other side. Pick up the foot, shake off the ankle. And then swap to the other side. Pick up the knee, circling the foot. Back the other way. Woo. And swap. The knee, circling the foot. Strange, back the other way. I woke up this morning feeling like I should be aching. I'm not aching, but my body's acting as though it is. Woo! And swap. Feet together, circling the knees. Back the other way. And then come up. Turn out the toes, turn out the heels. So the feet are parallel, pointing straight in front of you. And then softening down through the legs, just circling the hips. So we're just trying to loosen off the hip joints, the muscles around the hips, the belly, the tailbone, the spine. And back the other way. Change, circling the shoulders. And back the other way. And change. So with the feet shoulder width apart, we're just softening the feet. Just feel the feet expand and relax onto the ground. And softening the ankles. So bring your awareness into the body and just see how it feels. See if you can adjust your way, your posture to get rid of any resistance that you might find. Softening the knees. Again, actually working out how to do this is quite difficult. But if you imagine it, it's like butter in a pan, and as it opens, it sort of melts. So you get that kind of melting, releasing feeling. And the thighs, soften them, opening up the hips. So all the muscles through the quad and down into the thighs, the buttocks, lower back, groin, abdomen. Allow them to open so that the hips can open. And just sit comfortably in the sockets. And when you do that, the tailbone, you can let it drop. Now don't try and force it to the floor, just let it drop. As though you're sitting down on a stool. And you're opening up the lower back because the tailbone is dropping, elongating the spine. So don't let yourself sort of curl over, elongate and stretch out the spine, let the shoulders come to rest over the hips. Now when the shoulders are in neutral, resting over the hips, the chest will hollow, so it opens and it empties. And then the chin tucks in so that the neck opens, but you don't want this with tension, you just want it to lift, open and empty. And then the head should feel as though it's suspended from the ceiling. So you're raising the head to lift the spirits. And then just as you stand, just allow your body to move, allow it to find those comfortable positions. And just let your breathing will sink into the belly. Don't try and force anything, don't try and make anything happen, just let it happen. You're allowing this to happen. Softening the mind. Any random thoughts just wander across the brain, but don't chase them. You don't have to chase the squirrels up the trees or the rabbits down the holes. Just let them be, acknowledge them, let it go. Now, if as you're doing this, you find that there's stubborn areas of resistance in your body, the best thing to do is just acknowledge that, and then don't try and force it to a release. Just acknowledge it, and if really necessary, come up, go do something else before coming back to it. If you try and make it happen and force it to happen, all you'll do is lock the tension in. And then just breathing, bring the hands up the center line, and then turn up over the head. Breathe out, circling the hands down and sinking into the thighs, into the hips. Again, don't force it, don't go too low, just as far as you're comfortable. Breathing in, coming up, and breathe out, and keep going. One more. And breathing in, bring the hands up to the chest. Breathe out, let the hands just float down, come to rest by the sides, and then again checking in with your body. So softening your feet, your ankles, knees, the hips, dropping the tailbone, leveling the pelvis, opening the lower back, elongating the spine, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently to open up the neck, and head suspended from the ceiling, sitting back against your spine into the pelvis, breathing into the belly. Just take a few breaths to really let the soft tissue just release and sink, keeping the bones upright. Breathing in, bring the hands up to the chest. Breathe out, left hand turns up, right hand pushes down, sinking into the hips and the thighs. Breathing in, come up, hands return to the chest. Breathe out, swap the palms, sinking down. So now left hand pushes down, right hand floats up. Breathing in. And breathe out. And keep going. Loosening off the shoulders, relaxing down through the spine. One more. And then with the hands back at the chest. Breathe out, let the hands float down. Come to rest by the sides. So again, softening the feet, the ankles, knees, the hips, tailbone drops, lower back opens, spine elongates, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently to create a stretch in the neck, head suspended. Just breathing into the belly. Softening the shoulders if you need to. And then we're just going to turn the waist, just bring the shoulders round and back. And then just rotating around your spine, sitting down, sitting back against the spine and into the pelvis. Just allow yourself to turn at the waist, which will bring your shoulders round, and then release the arms so they can just swing like a piece of rope. The hands empty and become heavy at the end of the arms. So you can open your shoulder joints, the elbow joints, and the wrist joints. Emptying the palms of the hands, and then softening down through the legs. So you're just turning from your waist. Feel how the momentum transfers down through the legs, but soften them so they're not twisting, there's no torque or resistance. And just allow yourself just to rotate and thoroughly enjoy just releasing the arms totally. Softening the shoulder blades, emptying the neck, releasing the muscles either side of the spine. Change the momentum so the hands swing out to the sides. Again, the momentum in the arms is transferred from the waist through the shoulders and out through the fingertips. So the arms totally release and they just swing like a rope, and the hands are a weight on the end of the rope. Just watch what's going on with your legs. Don't be twisting down into the legs. Allow the legs to act like pistons or shock absorbers. So you need to completely release the legs. Keep the tailbone dropped as though you're sitting down on a stool. And then we're going to change again. Just let the hands come to rest. Settling down through the feet, softening feet, ankles, knees, hips, tailbone drops, pelvis levels, lower back opens. Spine elongates, shoulders rest comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently, head suspended. And then just let all the bones float in space, let the muscles release and sink. And breathing in, bring the hands forward. Drop the fingertips, raise the arms to shoulder height. Breathing out, drop the elbows, drop the wrists and down. So relaxing down through the legs so you're not leaning as you come forward. Sitting back against the spine. One more. Change fingertips to the right, circling the hands up, leading with the fingertips, right hand in front of the face, the left hand comes down underneath, so both hands are one on top of the other, holding the ball in your centre. And then just turn your waist to the right. And then as you turn the waist back, swap the hands and let the hands glide round. Breathing out, turn over the left. Breathe in, swap the hands, square the hips. Sitting back against the spine, softening the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, hands empty. So you're turning from the waist, rotating around your spine. One more. And as the hips square, let the lower hands circle up so both hands come up to chest height. Breathing out, let the hands float down by the sides. And just close the hands over the belly. Left hand under right for men, right hand under left for ladies. And then softening the feet, the ankles, knees, the hips, tailbone drops, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently to open up the neck, and just rest the tongue in the roof of the mouth just behind the teeth. Make a l sound and it will go there normally, naturally, and then sinking down through the body. Allow all the muscles to release and sink. Change, bring the hands up, wiggle the fingers at the ends of the arms. And bring the hands down, circle the hands. Change, breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathe out, let yourself drop. Again. And keep going. Last one. And relax, come up. Give your legs a shake. Circle the shoulders. And back. And we are done. Thank you so much again for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, as always, if you would like to leave comments and feedback or questions, then that would be absolutely brilliant. And if I could ask you to tag, share and like this video so we can share it as far afield as possible, that would be brilliant too. Again, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure and I can't wait for the next one. Oh, 20 Days of Sung, for those who are following that, we've got that at 9:30 this morning, and I'll be back 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with another one of these General Chi Gung sessions. Take care, have a really great day.